All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I am Valsa Williams and with me is Subhadra Ramachandran. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi asks Chief Ministers to suggest broad strategy on lockdown by 15th of this month. Indian Railways restarts special passenger train services. Home Ministry issues guidelines for movement of people by train. Special flight carrying 180 Indian nationals arrives in Chennai from Kuala Lumpur. Air India to operate 5 flights for Gulf countries under Vande Bharat mission today. Total number of recovered corona patients in Uttar Pradesh surpasses active cases. And External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar discusses COVID-19 challenge with his counterparts from the US, Australia, Israel, Japan, Brazil and South Korea. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has asked Chief Ministers to share with him a broad strategy by the 15th of this month as to how they would want to deal with the lockdown regime in their states. He asked them to make a blueprint on how to deal with various nuances during and after the gradual easing of the lockdown. Mr. Modi said the measures needed in the first phase of lockdown were not needed during the second phase, and similarly, the measures needed in the third phase are not needed in the fourth. Interacting with the chief ministers of all the states and union territories to discuss the road ahead in India's fight against COVID-19, Mr. Modi said we now have reasonably clear indication about the geographical spread of the pandemic in India, including the worst affected areas. Over the past few weeks, officials have understood operating procedures right up to the district level. The Prime Minister said this understanding of the spread of COVID-19 will help the country in having a focused fight against it. He said now the effort should be to stop the spread of COVID-19 to rural areas. Mr. Modi said the strategy in the battle against coronavirus should be focused on a case-to-case basis. He said there is a twofold challenge to reduce the transmission rate and to increase public activity gradually while adhering to all the guidelines. Mr. Modi said the suggestions made by the states for a roadmap on the economy have been given due consideration. The chief ministers appreciated the leadership of the Prime Minister in the country's fight against COVID-19 and also highlighted the need to strengthen the medical and health infrastructure in the country. Mr. Modi said the world has fundamentally changed post-COVID-19 and this would entail significant changes in how we function. He said the new way of life would be on the principle of Jan se lekar jag tak, or from an individual to the whole of humanity. Mr. Modi said we must all plan for the new reality. He said even as we look at the gradual withdrawal of the lockdown, we should constantly remember that till we find a vaccine or a solution, the biggest weapon with us in the fight against the virus is social distancing. The Prime Minister said he continues to feel optimistic and not even a single state sounded despondent, and that this collective determination will make India win in its fight against COVID-19. Mr. Modi said with the onset of monsoon there will be proliferation of many non-COVID-19 diseases for which we must prepare and strengthen our medical and health systems. Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar has requested Prime Minister Narendra Modi to extend the lockdown till May the 31st so that the state government can make arrangements for large inflow of migrant workers and other stranded persons returning from across the country. A significant number of migrant workers returning home have tested positive for COVID-19. During a video conferencing session with the PM, Nitish Kumar said till May the 10th, 1,14,000 people have come to Bihar through 96 trains. He said in the next 7 days, 179 trains will come and 2.5 lakh people will reach the state.
Indian Railways has restarted special passenger train services today. Initially, 15 pairs of trains are being run with passengers on board. These trains are being run as special trains from New Delhi station, connecting Dibrugarh, Agartala, Howrah, Patna, Bilaspur, Ranchi, Bhubaneswar, Secunderabad, Bengaluru, Chennai, Thiruvananthapuram, Madgaon, Mumbai Central, Ahmedabad and Jammu Tawi. Reservation for these trains will be available only on the IRCTC website as data regarding the special trains is being incorporated in the system. Ticket booking counters at the railway stations will remain closed and counter tickets will not be issued. More from our correspondent.
All these special trains will have only first, second and third air-conditioned classes. The fare structure for these trains will be the same as regular timetable Rajdhani trains, excluding catering charges. No catering charges will be included in the fare. Provision for prepaid meal booking and e-catering will be disabled. However, IRCTC will make provision for limited e-tables and packaged drinking water on payment basis. Rail Ministry has encouraged passengers to carry their own food and drinking water. Current booking, Tatkal and premium Tatkal booking will not be permitted. Only passengers with valid confirmed tickets will be allowed to enter the railway stations. Passengers will have to wear face cover and undergo screening at departure, and only asymptomatic passengers will be allowed to board the train. They will have to reach the station at least 90 minutes in advance to facilitate thermal screening. Online ticket cancellation will be permitted up to 24 hours before scheduled departure of train. No ticket cancellation will be permitted less than 24 hours before departure of train. Ticket cancellation charge shall be 50% of the fare. The ministry has advised all passengers to download and use the Arogya Setu app. No linen, blankets and curtains will be provided inside the train, and passengers should carry their own linen. With Divakar, Suparna Saikia, AIR News, Delhi.
All passenger train services were suspended due to lockdown announced on 25th of March. After the resumption of these 15 services, railways will start more special services on new routes based on the available coaches after reserving 20,000 coaches for COVID-19 care centres, an adequate number of coaches being reserved to enable operation of up to 300 trains every day as Shramik Special for stranded migrants. In an exclusive interview to All India Radio Executive Director, Minister of Railways Mandeep Singh Bhatia told AIR that initially only e-tickets have been allowed for passenger trains starting from today with 7-day advance reservation period.
इनिशियली हम लोगों ने सिर्फ ई टिकट्स अलाउ किए हैं और जिसमें क्लास ऑफ जर्नी रहेगी थर्ड एसी, सेकंड एसी और फर्स्ट एसी। क्योंकि ये इमरजेंसी का कदम है तो हम लोगों ने 7 डेज का एडवांस रिजर्वेशन पीरियड दिया है। ये तो आप 18 तक की गाड़ियों का टिकट बुक कर सकते हैं।
Ministry of Home Affairs MHA has issued a standard operating procedure SOP for the movement of people by trains beginning today. The ministry made it clear that only asymptomatic and confirmed ticket holders will be allowed to travel. In an order, Union Home Secretary Ajay Bhalla said all passengers will have to observe social distancing norms while entering a station and during travel. As per the SOP, passengers will have to strictly adhere to health and hygiene protocols. They will be given hand sanitizers at entry and exit points at stations and in coaches. Masks during the travel will be mandatory. On arrival at their destination, the travelling passenger will have to adhere to such health protocols as are prescribed by the destination state or union territory.
The Chennai airport received a Vande Bharat mission flight last night carrying 180 stranded passengers, including 3 children from Kuala Lumpur last night. They were quarantined after the mandatory testing for COVID-19 infection. Today, an Air India Express flight from Muscat with about 200 people is scheduled to reach the city. It will be followed by another Air India aircraft from Dammam in Saudi Arabia that will touch down in the city after a stopover at Kochi in Kerala. Amidst the coronavirus pandemic, 5 flights are scheduled from the Gulf countries under the Vande Bharat mission today. It will take more than 880 distressed and stranded citizens back to the country. Here is a report.
Day 6 and more than 880 people will be flying back from various Gulf countries. There are 2 flights scheduled from Dubai, one to Kannur and the other to Mangalore. The flight to Mangalore has approximately 40 pregnant women, more than 25 cases of medical emergencies, at least 3 dozen distressed workers, stranded tourists and some students as passengers. From Muscat, 180 people are flying back to Chennai. Dammam Kochi will see more than 160 people going back, while Doha Thiruvananthapuram special flight will take back approximately 180 distressed citizens. The Doha flight had to be called off on Sunday due to technical reasons, and this has been rescheduled today. Kanchan Prasad, AIR News, Dubai.
As part of the Samudra Setu mission, INS Magar of the Indian Navy will reach Kochi today, bringing back 202 Indian nationals from the Maldives. The ship had left Malé on Sunday evening, and among the returnees are 24 women and a patient suffering leg fracture. More from our correspondent.
INS Magar is the second ship to carry Indian nationals from Maldives to Kochi as part of Vande Bharat mission in wake of COVID crisis. The first ship, INS Jalaswa, had reached Kochi on Sunday carrying 698 people who are under quarantine before they can go back to their respective places. Both ships are scheduled to return to Maldives for repatriating more passengers to India, and Indian High Commission in Malé is busy making final arrangements to it. Meanwhile, INS Kesari, set out for Mission Sagar to deliver assistance to 5 Indian Ocean nations, is likely to reach Maldives today. The ship will deliver 580 tons of food aid to Maldives, including rice, wheat flour, sugar and vegetables. Santosh Kumar for AIR News from Colombo.
University Grants Commission UGC has issued guidelines on examinations and academic calendar in view of COVID-19 pandemic. All universities have been advised to plan their academic activities, keeping in view the safety and interest of all stakeholders, giving highest priority to the health of all concerned while adopting and implementing the guidelines. More from our correspondent.
The Commission has taken various steps to monitor queries, grievances and other academic matters of students, teachers and institutions related to COVID-19. It has set up a task force to monitor concerns and grievances of students and institutions and redress them accordingly. The Commission has established a dedicated helpline number 011-2323-6374 for any queries. Students can also lodge their grievances on the existing online students grievance redressal portal of UGC. The Commission has requested universities to establish a cell for handling grievances of the students related to examinations and other academic activities arising due to the pandemic. Anand Kumar, AIR News, Delhi.
The centre has released over 6,195 crore rupees to 14 states as the second equated monthly installment of the post-devolution revenue deficit grant. Office of the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman in a tweet said that the amount will provide the states additional resources during the COVID-19 crisis. The grant was recommended by the 15th Finance Commission.
BJP President JP Nadda interacted with the party's Zilla Parishad President and senior workers of 7 states and union territories through video conferencing yesterday. These states are Maharashtra, Gujarat, Karnataka, Himachal Pradesh, Mizoram, Manipur and Daman and Diu. Mr. Nadda urged party workers to make arrangements for food and other facilities at district level for the migrant workers who are facing difficulties due to the COVID-19 situation. Donor Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh has said new paradigms will emerge post-COVID with potential for new breakthroughs in economy, trade, scientific research and several other diverse areas. Addressing the Indo-Bangladesh virtual conference organized by ASSOCHAM in New Delhi, Dr. Singh said in the last 6 years, the northeastern region had made up for several lapses of the past. He said this was possible because for the first time the region received equal attention at par with the other regions of the country. The Health Ministry has said that the recovery rate of patients from COVID-19 infection has gone up to 31.15%. Briefing media persons in New Delhi, Health Ministry officials said a total of 4,203 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 have been reported in the last 24 hours and 1,559 patients have recovered and have been discharged from hospitals.
देश में अब तक 20,917 लोग कोविड-19 से क्योर हो चुके हैं और 44,029 केसेस एक्टिव मेडिकल सुपरविजन में हैं। पिछले 24 घंटे में अगर हम देखें तो पाते हैं कि टोटल केसेस में 4,213 केसेस का इंक्रीज नोट किया गया है और साथ में ही 1,559 पेशेंट्स क्योर भी हुए हैं। इस तरीके से हम देखें तो पाते हैं कि हमारा टोटल रिकवरी रेट अब 31.15% हो चुका है।
The official said the fight is against the COVID pandemic and not the infected persons. During the briefing, chairman of the Empowered Group 9 explained the basic principles that how technology and data deployment for citizens and other stakeholders has been done. He said the Arogya Setu app has been playing a crucial role in India's fight against COVID-19.
जो पॉजिटिव पाए गए 13,000 से कम इस वक्त हमारे एक्टिव यूजर्स हैं आरोग्य सेतु ऐप के, उनका ब्लूटूथ कांटेक्ट जीपीएस डेटा कि वो पिछले 15 दिन में कहां थे, वो डेटा को लेकर अलर्ट किया जा रहा है। बाकी का डेटा आप ही के फोन पर सुरक्षित है, सुरक्षित रहेगा। उनके ठीक होने के 60 दिन के बाद वो भी पूरा का पूरा डेटा मिटा दिया जाएगा। तो इसमें कोई भी पॉसिबिलिटी नहीं बचती कि कोई हम सर्वेलेंस करें या किसी भी तरह से इसका दुरुपयोग करें।
In an effort to guard against fake news being circulated on various platforms, we bring you our segment on fact-checking and mythbusters. The Union government has rejected a report by an English daily that it is mulling a religion-based mapping to identify COVID-19 hotspots in the country. Briefing media in New Delhi about COVID-19, a health ministry official termed the report as incorrect, saying it is irresponsible news. He said COVID-19 does not affect a particular religion or a race or an area.
This is All India Radio bringing you the morning news. Let's take a look at the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi asks chief ministers to suggest a broad strategy on lockdown by 15th of this month. Indian Railways restart special passenger train services. Home Ministry issues guidelines on movement of people by train. Special flight carrying 180 Indian nationals arrives in Chennai from Kuala Lumpur. Air India to operate 5 flights for Gulf countries under Vande Bharat mission today. Total number of recovered corona patients in Uttar Pradesh surpasses active cases. And External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar discusses COVID-19 challenge with his counterparts from the US, Australia, Israel, Japan, Brazil and South Korea. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
In a major achievement for the Uttar Pradesh government, the total number of recovered corona patients has surpassed the active cases in the state. There are 1,735 active cases in UP, while a total of 1,758 people have been discharged from different hospitals after treatment. More from our correspondent.
One can see a silver lining in fight against corona in a state, and that is related with the recovery of patients. Now total discharged COVID-19 cases exceeds total active patients in state. Till now, 1,758 patients have been discharged after recovery, and currently 1,735 active patients are in state. Day before yesterday, the number of total patients in state were 1,884, but now active COVID cases have gone down below 1,800. Arogya Setu app is also helping in tracking of patients in state, as 9 persons were found positive after testing of more than 2,000 persons, about whom alert was generated by Arogya Setu app. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Lucknow.
In Tamil Nadu, the total figure of COVID-19 infected cases has surged past the 8,000 mark today. Both the state and its capital city Chennai have registered a new high in the newly infected cases. A report.
Officials in Tamil Nadu claim that the state maintains a good track record on COVID-19 mortality rate, which currently remains at 0.66%, far less than the national average. However, the state and her capital Chennai witnessed a new high in the newly infected cases yesterday. The state tally reached 8,002 as a record 798 people were tested positive on a single day yesterday. Chennai contributed to the maximum, as is the case in the last many days, with the number surging by 538 new patients, taking the total to 4,371. About 60 media personnel were among the infected people, of which 45 have been already discharged and the others are stable and are about to be sent back home after cure. Jai Singh, AIR News, Chennai.
Telangana state witnessed a huge spike in single-day coronavirus positive cases yesterday, and 79 more people have tested positive for coronavirus. All the cases have been reported from the state capital, Hyderabad, and Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation area. This is the highest ever reported number of cases on a single day in Telangana state so far. Meanwhile, 2 persons who recovered have donated blood for plasma therapy.
In Gujarat, the total number of cases rose to 8,582 yesterday, with 347 new cases reported in the last 24 hours. Health Department said the rate of recovery has improved in the state. As many as 235 people were discharged from various hospitals yesterday. More from our correspondent.
Principal Secretary of Department of Health Dr. Jayanti Ravi said the number of per-day positive cases, mortality rate and discharge rate in the state is gradually improving. Around 2,700 patients have been recovered from COVID-19 so far. She said the government is also providing optional Ayush treatment for COVID-19 patients, which is mainly to increase their immunity. Maximum 218 cases were reported from Ahmedabad yesterday. To further contain the spread of the virus, Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation yesterday made the cashless payment mandatory for home deliveries from 15th of May. Meanwhile, the people stranded abroad are being brought back to the state. All of them will be kept in institutional quarantine for 14 days. Aparna Khund, AR News, Ahmedabad.
With an addition of 1,230 new cases, the number of coronavirus cases in Maharashtra has surged to 23,401. Meanwhile, efforts are on to help stranded workers in the state to reach to their desired destinations. More from our Mumbai correspondent.
Maharashtra State Transport Corporation has safely transported over 21,000 labourers along with their families to the state borders in buses from its various depots. Over 1,000 ST buses took workers from various places including Nasik, Jalgaon, Dhule, Ahmednagar and Nagpur along with their families. A train carrying over 1,200 passengers of Navi Mumbai has left for Balasore in Odisha late last night. All these passengers were transported by 49 buses from Navi Mumbai to Thane. Over 1,000 black and yellow taxis and 5,000 auto rickshaws from the Mumbai metropolitan region have left for their native place in their own vehicles. Meantime, since lockdown, police department have issued over 3 lakh passes for essential services in the state. Madhuri Pange, AIR News, Mumbai.
In Madhya Pradesh, the process of bringing back the labourers stranded in other states is continuing. So far, about 2,15,000 labourers have returned to the state. More from our correspondent.
Additional Chief Secretary and State Control Room in charge ICP Keshri has informed that 1,05,000 labourers have been brought back from Gujarat, 45,000 from Rajasthan and 40,000 from Maharashtra. Along with this, labourers have also been brought back from Goa, Delhi, Punjab, Haryana, Kerala, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan has also appealed the labourers not to walk on foot as the government is providing all possible help to them. According to the official information, the Madhya Pradesh government had earlier requested for 56 Shramik special trains to bring back the labourers. Now the state government has demanded 15 more trains from the Ministry of Railways. Thus, arrangements have been made to bring back the labourers through a total of 71 trains. Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Bhopal.
In the Union Territory of Ladakh, a mathematics teacher from Leh is inspiring the country's fight against COVID-19. A coronavirus-affected young teacher, Kifayat Hussain, is following the daily routine from an isolation ward in COVID-19 hospital in Leh. Here is a report from our Leh correspondent.
At least a video and live class on Zoom app in the afternoon are a daily routine for Mr. Kifayat Hussain, along with the prayers in the holy month of Ramzan from Leh COVID-19 hospital since 4th May. Mr. Kifayat tested positive and was shifted to COVID-19 hospital in Leh. After obtaining permission from UT administration with the help of school management, Mr. Kifayat continued with his favorite profession of teaching. Speaking to All India Radio News, Mr. Kifayat said,
लाइफ है अप डाउन तो होते रहते, उसमें अपना कॉन्फिडेंस तो लाना चाहिए. 3rd May को मैं यहाँ पे आइसोलेशन वार्ड में आई. जब हम और जूम पे जब क्लास चलाते हैं तो 5 मिनट्स हम वेट करते हैं. 5 मिनट्स में बच्चे बहुत खुश होते हैं और मेरा कंडीशन देख के वो बहुत खुश होते हैं और हमेशा पूछते रहते हैं आप ठीक हो, कैसे हो. और मेरे पर्सनल मोबाइल पे भी बहुत बच्चों का ये मैसेज आता है, सर गेट वेल सून करके.
He also says after tested positive for COVID-19, keeping positive attitude, following strict medical regime are necessary to get tested negative to coronavirus. With Angchan Dolma, this is Ramesh Chandra, All India Radio News, Leh.
Various initiatives related to COVID-19 have been taken under Panchayati Raj in South Sikkim and West Sikkim districts. A report.
All Gram Panchayats bordering Nepal in West Sikkim were directed to sensitize people on COVID-19 while monitoring cross-border movement. South District Jilla Panchayat member of Parbing Nizraming Jilla Territorial Constituency, South Sikkim, Hari Gurung speaks about these initiatives.
सिक्किम पंचायती राज संस्थान कोविड-19 के विषय में ग्रामीण क्षेत्र में बहुत काम कर रहा है. जैसे ग्राम स्तर पर जागरूकता लाना, कोरोना वायरस कैसे फैलता, इसे कैसे रोके, इसमें सारा सिक्किम का फ्रंटलाइन वॉरियर से लेकर पंचायती राज संस्थान, समाज सेवक और आम जनता का पूर्ण सहयोग मिला। रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन का पूर्ण पालन किया और सभी ग्राम पंचायत इकाई में हैंड सैनिटाइजर और फेस मास्क वितरण किया।
The State Institute of Rural Development, based in Karfekta, South Sikkim, prepared a Nepali music video on COVID-19 awareness with Saikat Sarkar, Namo Dikshit from South Sikkim for All India Radio.
The External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar held a broad-based virtual meeting on responding to COVID-19 challenge with the U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and counterparts from Australia, Israel, Japan, Brazil and South Korea yesterday. In a tweet, Dr. Jaishankar said the conversation covered pandemic response, global health management, medical cooperation, economic recovery and travel norms. He said he is looking forward to continuing this engagement. In our series, Experts Speak on All India Radio, we bring you the views of the leading medical experts on COVID-19. Talking to AIR News, senior physician from Safdarjung Hospital, New Delhi, Dr. M.K. Sen said the basic rules should be followed even during Lockdown 3.
ये घड़ी एक परीक्षा की घड़ी है। ये वक्त हमें और भी अधिक मात्रा में संयम और सुरक्षा और अनुशासन ये चीजों का ध्यान में रखना है। जो लॉकडाउन के मूल मंत्र हैं, जैसे कि सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग हुआ या स्वच्छता, क्लीनलीनेस, यूज ऑफ मास्क, हैंड वॉशिंग, बाकी जो भी चीजें बतलाई जाती है आमतौर पे, इसको हमें निरंतर इसका पालन हमें करते रहना होगा।
Over 80 artists, including Amitabh Bachchan, Manoj Bajpayee, Ekta Kapoor, Sonu Nigam, Kapil Sharma and Shreya Ghoshal have come together for a song that signifies hope amid the coronavirus pandemic. The track, Guzar Jayega, has been composed by Jazim Sharma with lyrics penned by Siddharth Kaushal.
गुजर जाएगा, मुश्किल बहुत है, मगर वक्त ही तो है, गुजर जाएगा। जिंदा रहने का ये जो जज्बा है, फिर उभर आएगा, गुजर जाएगा।
The News Services Division of All India Radio in its bilingual live phone-in program today will bring you a special discussion program on COVID-19. Dr. A.K. Varshni, senior physician from RML Hospital, will participate in the discussion. This can be heard tonight on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:25 p.m. onwards.
India's national broadcasters, Doordarshan and All India Radio, have assumed focus on comprehensive weather coverage from across the entire territory of the country. The weather reports cover details from every corner of the country, highlighting extreme weather conditions, temperatures of various places from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, Gilgit to Guwahati, Baltistan to Port Blair. Let's take a look at the weather today. In the national capital, minimum temperature will be 24 degrees Celsius, while maximum temperature is expected to be 37. Sky will be partly cloudy, and there is also a possibility of thunder and lightning. In Gilgit, temperature will hover between 14 and 24 degrees Celsius. Sky will be partly cloudy. In Muzaffarabad, the minimum temperature will be 17 degrees Celsius, while maximum will be nearly 32. Sky is likely to be partly cloudy. And now an overview of today's newspapers. More curbs to go, but lockdown to stay. PM hints at CM's meet is a lead in the Times of India, calling PM's interaction with the Chief Ministers a 6-hour summit on life after May 17. The Mail today writes, states will get to tailor curbs. Modi bats for unlocking economy. CM's divided, headlines the Economic Times. Lockdown may stay with easier norms for business, writes the Business Standard. States see rise in COVID after migrants return, reports a Pioneer. Hindustan Times says random testing set to be carried out in all districts. India aims getting back to office very cautiously. Staff strength between 5 and 33%, observes the Economic Times. And finally, the Pioneer quotes WHO's chief scientist Soumya Swaminathan as saying, commendable that India has been able to keep cases very low, also stating that it will play an important role in the development of a vaccine for COVID-19.
And now before we end the morning news, the headlines once again. PM Modi asked chief ministers to suggest broad strategy on lockdown by 15th of this month. Indian Railways restart special passenger train services. Home Ministry issues guidelines for movement of people by train. Special flight carrying 180 Indian nationals arrives in Chennai from Kuala Lumpur. Air India to operate 5 flights for Gulf countries under Vande Bharat mission today. Total number of recovered corona patients in Uttar Pradesh surpasses active cases. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.